Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the blessed day of Jum'ah, a day on which we'd normally be, many of us would normally be going to the mosque and taking part in that blessed occasion. Obviously, we can't do that today. I thought I'd share a few points, a short reminder on this blessed day, the last Jum'ah in the sacred month of Rajab. Obviously, events are what they are, things are what they are, things that are unfolding all the time, and there's a great deal of fear and uncertainty, and that's natural, but we as believers, as people of faith, should have a different approach. We should, from what's around us, the people around us, and you know, these calamities or these masa'ib, they teach us lessons. The musibah is something which is destined to befall you, and musibah is what, you know, it's not a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're in the right place at the right time. It was destined for you. The question is not why, but why it happened, or why did it happen to me. The question is, what state am I in when it comes? What state am I in when it comes? So these calamities and these trials are wake up calls, and and there's blessings that they come with. Who knows what people receive from these things. Some people receive the rank of shahada, of martyrdom, just through these things. Other people will be raised in ranks through their service of others. Other people it means for them to return to Allah. Other people will have time on their hands that allows them to reflect. Other people will have more time with their families, and relationships can be repaired, and so on and so on. And on a wider scale, we're all concerned for the environment, concerned about the environment, and perhaps this virus has had more effect than all the protests and all the efforts that people have made just in slowing things down, slowing down air travel and less cars on the road, and less production taking place in factories and so on. So there's many wisdoms and things that are taking place, and perhaps we can, or we should, just as we witness Allah's gifts, we also witness that in His withholding there's a gift. In Allah's withholding something from us as a gift, that we at least appreciate the blessing that we had before we had it. We bless the blessing of Jummah, the blessing of the Masajid, the blessing of the Haramain, and so on. And then we learn to appreciate it when we, inshallah, we're given it back, inshallah. But even in the not being given, even in the deprivation, Allah depriving or withholding, there's a gift in itself that we can witness. And Allah closes one door and opens another, opens many others. So we shouldn't be people of pessimism, and we put things in perspective. We look back at history, we find far greater suffering that took place almost exactly 100 years ago. The Spanish influenza killed between 40 and 50 million people in the aftermath of the terrible death that took place in the loss that took place in the First World War. And we go further back, we look at the plague, the Black Death, and you know, vast amounts of people perished in those times. You know, it must have been, I can't imagine that. And even to this day, you know, something in the region of more than 20,000 people pass away every day from poverty and from malnutrition and from diseases associated with that poverty. And where are they being mentioned? Where are their names being mentioned? Where's the news articles about them? You know, that is still going on to this day. So, you know, not to belittle anything that's taking place, it's definitely a calamity. There's great difficulty and hardship for many people. And we should take all measures to protect ourselves from that. But it's also having a perspective, looking at things from different angles. Practically, what can we do? Many things, and I'm sure you hear many pieces of advice from different people in terms of our own selves. One is to just look at our diet, and I don't mean just the diet of what we're eating, but rather the diet of our intake, our media intake. We're all media junkies. We're all addicts, and we're just trying to if we recognize that fact and try and reduce it or be in control to some degree, that, you know, we're constantly receiving these news updates and these statistics, and someone's passing away here and this is happening here, and all it does is increase our fear and our concern. And it's best just to unplug a little bit, have more time with reflection, more time with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And don't you be the one. You don't have to be the one that spreads the bad news. Okay, you don't have to be the one that forwards the message or likes this, or, you know, just someone else will do it. Don't worry, someone else will do that for you. Obviously, keep in touch with what's going on, but you don't have to be the one that spreads that news. Someone else will do it. spread good news instead, and do what you can to help, give what charity you can with the intention of removing this hardship and this difficulty. And in terms of our own selves, we should be fortifying ourselves with the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Prophet taught us adhkar, taught us remembrance to make in the morning and the evening. Very few people know about these things, and if you want, the one who reads them will be protected. The one who reads them will have their spiritually nourished. Many spiritual diseases and physical diseases will not befall that person. The Prophet specifically mentioned two adhkar. The first is, he was to say every evening and every morning, "A'udhu bi kalimaatillaahi'ttaammaati min sharri ma khalaq." I take refuge in the complete words of Allah from the evil which He created. And the second one is Bismillaahilladhi, لا يدر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء huwa'ssamii'u'l aliim. In the name of Allah, with whose name nothing on earth or in heaven can harm. He is the all-hearing, the all-knowing. These are things the Prophet recites morning and evening, and guarantee 3 times each morning and evening. He guaranteed that no harm would come to the person who recites them. And amongst many other things we can read, many other things we can do. And finally, this is the day of Juma, the day in which the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us and wanted us to come closer to him, and by that coming closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through salawat, through durud, through bestowing blessings upon him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the more we can do of that on this day and every day and every night, the better for us, the better for our faith, the better for our spiritual health, and the better for us in this life, in the next. We pray that Allah keeps all of us safe from all harm. May Allah bless all the people that are serving in the health, in whatever field, in the hospitals and wherever else they're serving and helping. May Allah bless them, protect them. May Allah keep you all safe. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.